It's 5 o'clock on a Wednesday, and it's time for
Craig and Ryland Magic Review Show.
I'm Craig.
I'm Ryland.
Welcome back to another review show right here on
Magic TV.
Absolutely Magic TV. And yeah, we're going to be looking at the place to go, the place to be. That's where you find you and me.
You and me. You're a rapper.
I did a rap.
No, you're not. You're not a rapper.
I'm not a rapper.
You're not a minimum.
Skibbity-doo and skibbity-dee. My name's Craig, and I'm on the TV. What?
Very funny.
Is that cringe? It's kind of cringe.
It just sounds very funny.
It was cringe. It was cringe. Your dad was cringe.
Very funny.
Anyway, let's
Super cringe.
let's get into this. We've got 4 tricks, including the first trick, which is a brand new trick by the team that bought you Digital Force Bag. Nicholas, Craig Squires, and Nick Einhorn. Why did I forget Nick's name for a second? Nick Einhorn and Craig Squires. Let's have a look at that one first. Okay, so the first trick we're going to be looking at is CTW, which is a brand new trick by Nick Einhorn and Craig Squires. Now, if you don't know, Nick and Craig created Digital Force Bag, which has probably been my favourite app of all time ever. I do a fair bit of app magic. There's a few apps that live on my phone quite regularly, but the one that I do over and over again is Digital Force Bag. I find it very useful for a lot of different situations. I genuinely think
use Digital Force
you don't use Digital Force Bag,
but
do
it's
you?
very good.
It is very good. It basically
I just don't use it.
was a way to take.
Yeah, I know what
For anybody who doesn't, I mean, it's brilliant for close-up workers.
You get the spectator to name any number they want for 1 for 100 or 1 for 1,000.
Just 100.
Just 100. Okay. And you basically you can sit there and write a massive list out of what they want and then a force item, or you just ask AI to do it. You ask ChatGPT, can you make a list of 100 superheroes?
Yep, exactly.
Make sure to include Batman.
Yeah.
And then you say and then you put your force item in, and then
whatever number they name.
And whatever number they name, it's on that.
On the notes page, yeah, it's brilliant.
On the notes page, at that number.
So it's very good. It is very good, and I think
good.
more close-up workers use that app than any other app.
We're not reviewing Digital Force Bag.
We're not. But the reason we're talking about Digital Force Bag is because
it's the same guys.
It's the same guys. It's Nick Einhorn and Craig Squires, and they have come up with CTW, which is another app that I think a lot of workers will absolutely love. Now, what they've done with CTW is they've taken the classic card to wallet, and they have turned it into an app, which is kind of really interesting because it's a very big departure from Digital Force Bag. The thing with Digital Force Bag is you don't think that the phone's really in play because from the audience's point of view, you're just showing them
it's just a big list of things
on your notes page, right? But with this, you've kind of got a visual moment where you're actually taking the card that they freely name and you pull it out of the wallet on your phone. Now, I'm not going to say anything else, but I do want you to have a look at this video. So this is a performance video that I did to Ryland. And in actual fact, we filmed this in the day yesterday, and then we went to a party in the evening, didn't we?
Yeah.
Drew Perry's 40th birthday party. Mm-hmm. Hey, Drew. And I did this to a few Drew's... I did this to a few Drew's friends. That's not very nice. And also not true. If anybody smells, it's you. But I did this to a few Drew's friends, and the reaction was amazing. Like, people absolutely loved this.
It's very good.
So let's have a look at a performance of it that I did to Ryland, and then we'll talk about... exactly what we think. A deck of playing cards. It uses my phone. Ryland's behind the camera. How you doing, Ryan?
Good.
Good stuff. It's a card trick.
Okay.
But it's unlike any card trick you've seen before.
Really?
First of all, right, all the cards are here and they're all different. I want you to name any card. Anyone that you want.
3 of Hearts.
I don't even know if I've got a 3 of Hearts. I mean, to be honest, it doesn't matter if I've got one in here.
I think I just
Yeah, the 3 of Hearts. Now, you sure you want the 3 of Hearts? Because you can change your mind if you want to. Are you happy with the 3 of Hearts? Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't want you saying later on, well, my dad made me pick the 3 of Hearts.
No, I'm good with that.
Good. Now, do you remember that I said this involves my phone as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me explain why. Look, I'm just going to... Can I trust you?
Yeah.
I don't think I can trust you. You're a kid magician.
Apart from the fact that everyone on the thing now knows what
I don't really care. Look, I'm going to open up my wallet, yeah? You know where you keep all your cards? Mm-hmm. And all the cards are kept down here, and as you can see, I've got a Barclays card, I've got my Santander, that's the company account, obviously. I've got a Virgin card, but look, just up from the top, you could have named any card. You named the 3 of Hearts, and right there, I've got one card that's not a credit card, and that is actually the 3 of hearts. This is kind of like card to wallet, digital edition. But the thing is, that's not a great trick. It's an okay trick. You could have named any card. But that's obviously inside my wallet. If it was a great trick, I could actually take that 3 of hearts and pull it out my phone. And that, my friend, is the card that you picked, the 3 of hearts. So that is CTW. That is card to wallet.
CTW.
Now, what's really cool about this is there's a couple of different ways you can do it, but the basic handling...
You know what's good about that performance?
What?
Not everyone knows your passcode.
Well, it was a fake passcode, so they don't. But here's
Is it for the app?
Yeah. So that's the input
But I
screen.
might have a final chance of getting onto your phone.
No. Now, here...
Playing all your good games.
No.
That I can't have, because Mummy's put restrictions on my phone, so I can't play any games that are like 12 plus.
Wow.
So if it's like a silly game, like, you know the game on your iPad that's like the paintball game?
Yeah.
That's a 17 plus, and it's not Einhorn.
So
You're like, I can't play it.
Sucks to be you.
You know the one that I play all the time on your iPad?
Yeah, because you've got access to the iPad.
Yeah, I've got access.
I've even given you Face IDs if you lock the iPad.
And I can get
If
new
Mum
games.
knew that, she'd absolutely kill me. Anyway, can we get on with the review?
Yeah.
Would that be okay?
Back on
track. So the thing with CTW is the basic handling, the main handling. So it's very easy to set up and get going. It is iPhone only, not Android. But if you have
I have an iPhone.
You have an iPhone.
Here's
and it's only 30 quid, which is quite cheap for an app. It really is. But what it allows you to do...
I've always wondered, when you're getting a Magic app, do you have to pay for it on the App Store or pay for it like using the thing?
It's on the App Store, generally.
So
I went on the App Store for this, paid for it, and then it got downloaded.
Right, I got it, okay. I understand that.
So,
I've always just wondered.
yeah, but can I please tell them about
go
this?
on.
Would that be okay? You're very talkative today. So the whole thing about this CTW, right, is that it's very easy to set up. You can set it up within a few seconds. And there's a couple of different methods of input. So you saw me use an input method using the lock screen.
Yeah.
You don't have to just use that method. There are 3 or 4 different methods that you can use. For me, I actually quite prefer that method. I love the fact that I can just put my phone down on the table. I've got a deck of cards I've been using for something else. I want to go into this routine. I can literally have them name any card, and that's the beautiful thing. There's no force here. As long as you have the card in the deck, you're good to go. There is going to be a little bit of sleight of hand, because what you need to do is you need to be able to control that card, and you need to be able to get that card into a position where you can take it from the phone. Nick goes through a couple of different ways of doing that, but the way that he suggests is what you saw me do on that video, which is a cull and a cop. So you are going to have to be able to do a cull and a cop, or follow some of the other handlings that they actually go through. There are video live performances. There are video explanations of how to do all of these moves, as well as instructions on the app as well. So there's lots of different instructions, lots of different settings. You can change the cards that are in there. You can even customize it. So when you open up the wallet, instead of having like the cards that I had when I did it, you could have custom cards. You could have boarding passes and stuff. You can actually customize it to your own cards and the sort of thing that you'd have in your wallet, which is good.
I would have a shiny box card.
Of course you would. Yeah. But then, you've got 2 hits for this as far as I'm concerned. The first hit is they see the card inside the wallet, which is really cool, and they think that's the trick. And then
you pull it out.
And that looks amazing. That looks so good.
So good.
Now, as you know, I like using decks by Lloyd Barnes and Javier Fuenmayer. I like using indexes. And also, don't forget, is it Eddie Green? That rough and smooth index that we saw that you actually preferred to decks. Eddie's Green. I'm pretty sure it's Eddie Green. I'm so sorry. I think it's Eddie.
I think
Green.
the best index is Big Blind.
Okay, but that's not a card index. The best card index.
Technically is.
The easiest card index to use is the rough and smooth index. We both said that on this channel. Dex is great. The tutorial is fantastic. This isn't a review of indexes, but there's a few. If you have a card index, is what I'm trying to say here. Bless you. If you've got a card index, what you can do is, instead of having a deck with you, you can do exactly the same thing, but you can steal the card from the index into COP, and you can actually load it under the phone, so it doesn't look like there's a deck of cards in play.
Wow.
That's not in the tutorial, but that's a really cool way of doing it. The other way you could do it, and this isn't on the tutorial either, is if you've got a mem deck, which you and I both do, obviously.
Yeah.
If you've got a mem deck, what you can do is you can have the deck of cards on the table, and you can very easily they name a card, you're just randomly cutting the deck, and you can cop the card off from the mem deck and go into that as well. There's a few different ways of doing it. But the point is, it's a double hitter as far as I'm concerned. The card, and technically, if you didn't want to, they don't talk about this on the tutorial, but if you didn't want to use any sleight of hand, you could literally just say, "Oh, you want to name that card? Okay, look in my wallet. I've got that card in there." You don't have to pull it out. I think you're missing a trick if you don't pull it out. But if you just wanted to have the card appear in there and have it as a revelation,
it's still good.
It's still good. It's still really good, right?
It's still solid, yeah.
But I love this. I'm absolutely going to do this. I love card to phone. I've got lots of videos of me doing that in the real world. I love the Henry Harriers thing that he brought out recently, which is kind of a similar sort of thing. This is probably going to go right up there when it comes to apps. I've kicked something off my homepage in order to put that on the.
What did you kick off?
Well, I think I put it into the Magic. I've got a folder for Magic apps, and then the ones that I want to access immediately, I have there. The one I kicked off was the one from Gentleman Magic, the Card-Toon, the app thing, because I'm not using that as much these days at the moment. But I still use it occasionally.
What are your 9 main apps then?
That's a video for another time.
Okay.
The main one that I'm using at the moment is the Quantum Deck app, obviously, because the Atomic Deck pack, obviously. That's Digital Force Bag, Toxic Plus. Yeah. This. I'll do a video on that.
Yeah.
That's probably
I'm going to ask you a question in the Q&A.
Okay, you're gonna ask me a question in the Q&A.
I actually should.
Go for it, bro. I'd love to see that.
I'm going to log onto YouTube on my iPad and search in the comments.
Do it. I'm going to give this 100%. I love this. I think I'm going to give it 100%. I'm starting a new rating system.
Where do I comment?
This is even better than a Tulip. This is getting 100% plus 1,000 shiny rocks. There you go.
Whoa.
I love this trick. I'm going to be doing this forever.
But technically, that's only like... let me do the maths in my head. It's very complicated. It's very complicated, you see, because...
You do realise I've got to do training on Zoom in half an hour.
I know, I'm just trying to...
We have to finish this.
That's worth only about £4.
Okay, 1 million shiny rocks.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Okay, a million shiny rocks and 100%. What have you given it?
That's pretty good.
I don't know if you'll do this, because it's a card trick, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you will.
I don't know if I'd do it. It is a good thing. And like you said, there's a chance I could use this with Big Blind. I'm not even joking. I might use this with Big Blind. I might do the thing, and it's a big kicker, and it's like 3 of diamonds. The thing is, it's not just that. Because you know, I've got Apple Pay on my phone, but the thing is, one of my cards actually. I'll show it. I think that'd be really.
And because you're a kid, it'd be weird if you had a ton of credit cards in your Apple Pay. But that's where you could customise it, and you could have your
shiny
Lego loyalty card, your shiny Lego royalty card, all your boarding passes where you have to fly to America to do shows and stuff. And then you could have in there the playing card as a kicker to Big Blind, because Big Blind is like one of your favourite tricks of all time, isn't it? You were killing with that at the party yesterday. Yeah, I could see that. I could see this being a kicker to Big Blind without pulling the card out. That's brilliant. I love that. I actually really think that's great, because you could have the index. I
think what I actually do.
You could have the index on the back of the phone if you wanted to, because the index maglocks onto the back of the phone.
So what I'm saying is, I think I actually have the index on the back of the phone. Before I reveal that, I'll say, now if I can prove to you that I know what the card was from the very beginning, I get all my money back.
Yeah,
that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, okay. I'll give you all the money, and you've got the phone. You say, I'll give you all the money from my Apple Pay.
I'll give you all the money from. I'll give you all it is, shiny rocks. And if you don't know what it is, it's currency in a VR Gorilla Tag. So you can give it to a random stranger, like kid. I don't know, anything. You can just give it to them, but you get all the money, and that is worth. It's worth about like 33,000 shiny rocks. It's a lot. Anyway, but when I log in, and you can see I've got all these apps here. I've got all these. I've got my Shiny Rocks card, which is what I'll give you. I've got my Lego loyalty card, but my favourite one right here, your card, the 3 of diamonds.
Perfect.
That's cool, but you may be thinking, I've cheated somehow, and I don't know. Maybe I can change it just by tapping it. No, on the back of the chips, you have the 3 of diamonds.
Sick.
Yeah,
what are you giving it?
100% plus 1 billion shiny rocks.
There you go. Well done, Nick Einhorn. Well done, Craig Squires. Let's move on. Okay, so the next thing we're going to review is from Hocus Pocus. And
is it what I think it is?
It's that thing over there, yeah. This it's rare. It's rare for a trick to come out and Ryland looks at it and goes,
"That's in my show."
That's in your show.
Like before I even start practicing, that's in my show.
Yeah. Nah. And let me explain. So what this is, and you'll see a performance of it in a minute. This is what looks like an ATA case. It looks like a flight case, but like a little version of a flight case. But basically, Hocus Pocus geniusly have built a tip-over trunk into an ATA case. Well, you can go and get it when they watch the performance. When they watch the performance, so it's a tip-over trunk built into an ATA case. It's so clever. It's brilliant. Now, before you watch the performance, the reason Ryland knew he wanted to put this into his show immediately is because I don't know if you remember.
I already do something.
So Ryland has a trick in his show that he used to do. He don't do it anymore. No. And it's all about Harry Potter's Room of Requirements, and it used the Amazon Prime
thing
trick.
by Twister Magic.
But the problem is
it Twister Magic?
I think it was Twister Magic, yeah. The problem with it is, and we gave it a good review. Yeah. But the only problem is, having now done it in your show a few times,
you can kind of see there's a little bit of a false bottom there.
Yeah, it kind of looks a bit obvious, and you had people coming up to you afterwards. When you look at
it, it's like that much, but the actual box on the outside is like that much.
And you had people going, like well, okay. So you took it out your show.
Yeah, because it was getting...
It looked good, and the presentation looked good, but it wasn't very fooling.
Yeah.
And you were like, I've got so much stuff to do, why am I doing this? And I know you were disappointed because you loved the presentation about the Room of Requirements.
And then you showed me this, and I was like, right. I've quoted the new presentation for it with the Room of Requirement.
But it's about going to bed at night.
Yeah, with milk and cookies, which I've never had milk and cookies until today.
I know, it's nice, isn't it?
It's good. It's good. Did you ever had it as a child?
Yeah, I did.
It's amazing.
I'm just a terrible parent and never gave him milk and cookies. But I know I'm evil. Anyway, let's have a look at the performance.
I wonder if chocolate...
Give him time to go and get it, and then we'll show you exactly what it is. This is...
To them, it's just a performance, but for us, it's like 5 seconds, go.
Go!
Now, I watch Harry Potter all the time. And one of my favourite rooms in Harry Potter, like one of the favourite, like, big rooms, is the Room of Requirement. Now, I ordered off Amazon this mini Room of Requirement, and it's like a HP case, and you can see all the way around it. And there's nothing inside, as you can see. But like, when I go to bed, I kind of no mirrors by the way. But when I get to bed, I kind of get a little bit thirsty and want some hungry maybe and get some biscuits. So all I gotta do is I gotta snap 3 times like that. And when I do that, I can actually pull out a biscuit, which is pretty cool. But the thing is, that's only 1 biscuit, and I still could be hungry. So what I have to do, I have to snap my 3 fingers 3 more times. And when I do, I can put out another biscuit. Thing is, I need a little bit more biscuits than that. So I snap my fingers 3 more times. And I can even do it when the box is open like this. I can put out a whole stack of Oreos, which is pretty cool. Thing is, what goes perfectly with biscuits or Oreos? It is a whole glass of milk. Thing is, this needs a couple more snaps because it's a little bit harder to get out. But just like that, I can actually pull out a whole glass of milk.
Okay, so you've just seen the performance. You are absolutely doing this in your show, aren't you?
Yeah.
This is so much better than the Amazon Prime thing. If you want to constantly be showing a box empty during the course of your show and then pulling stuff out of it, you can do that with this. Mm-hmm. Because you couldn't do that with the Amazon thing, could you? Because once you took the thing out, you couldn't show it empty again.
Once you pull the gift voucher out, you ain't be able to show it again.
Well, this you can show empty all the time.
With this, you can have it. And I haven't got anything in there, but you can show it like that.
Well, I'm actually going to show people how this works because it's very easy it's based on a tip-over trunk.
Yeah.
If you Google tip-over trunk, you'd see how it works. And I think that it's worth... The only people that watch this are magicians. And it's worth showing people how good this is made. So first of all, it's really well made.
3D printed.
Yeah, you can tell it's 3D printed.
Solid.
But it's good 3D printing. It's not a cheap 3D printer.
It's a good one. Like, this is gonna last.
Yeah. So what you have here is, and this is why it's so good. I'll show you a behind the scenes view. When you tip this over like that, this is the load chamber, and it's staying straight.
It's quite big, so it means you're able to like pull out glasses of like milk, which is what I did.
Yeah,
So
because when you've got the glass of milk in there, it's not going to go anywhere. So you could, for example, just have a cover, because you can get those covers for the glass of milk, which is like just basically a bit of cling film with an elastic band wrapped around it, so that when you're picking this up and putting it onto your table before you, when you go into this trick, you can put it on, and then the milk isn't going to spill anywhere. And then, as you say, there's nothing in it. You can actually pull off the cellophane if you wanted to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you can there's a couple of options. You can either tip it forward and then show it's empty, and then close it.
What are they called? Are they called HPA cases or HP?
No, they're just called ATA cases.
Look, because is that?
I know, of course, they put that there, HP cases, because it's Hocus Pocus. Oh. That's the reason. But
what is it actually called?
ATA cases.
ATA.
Yeah, so you can either do it like this and show it, which is fine. That way it's completely angle proof.
Or you can even just do this.
Yeah.
Look, nothing in there at all. And you can see there really is nothing in there. No mirrors and no trapdoors.
Yeah. So you could do this as a trick, like Ryland's going to, and have it so that you're telling a story. I love the room of requirement presentation.
Yeah,
that's all you. That one. Yeah. Like, I love because you do the Harry Potter act, it just makes sense, doesn't it? Because you can even say, I do a Harry Potter act and I dress up as Harry Potter, my favourite. Yeah. But this could be a running gag. So, for example, you could just have this, if you're a kid show entertainer, for example, anything you need in your show, you can pull out of here. Right, okay, I need a magic wand. Boom, there we go, there's a magic wand. I need a silk handkerchief. Boom, here it is, there's a silk handkerchief. I need this, I need this, I need this. Do you know what I mean? You could make anything appear out of there.
Yeah.
Anything at all.
Anything I want, yeah.
You could even open your Harry Potter act by using one of these and make the owl appear if you didn't have your own owl production box.
Yeah, you could.
You could
Harry
even...
Potter case.
You know what you could do? You know what you could do? You know what you could do?
What?
You could actually, if you wanted to, this is... you couldn't do this with... you've got... You know, in your Harry Potter act, you make a broomstick appear.
Yeah.
You couldn't do the broomstick out of this, but you've got a straw as well.
I could do the straw.
So you can have the straw.
Let me just check the size. Because I might not be able to.
No, that's big enough.
No, that's big enough.
Yeah. So imagine you're doing your whole thing and you bring the milk out, and at the end you go, oh, I need a straw for my milk. 1 minute. And you bring the straw out to finish that one.
I don't think you can have the milk and the straw.
Don't you? Yeah. Well, you can definitely have a straw in there.
Maybe if you got like a little vial of milk. A vial of milk would be pretty cool.
Small milk. Yeah. Anyway, this is brilliant. You could use
it.
You could use it as a running gag. You can make a pack of cards appear out of it. You could even, if you wanted to, use this as a switch. And this has just come up to me at the top of my head. If you had 3 decks of cards in here, you could open it up and you go, I'm going to show you a card trick I have in here, a deck of cards, and you could close it and you could say, I only have 1 deck of cards. And then at the end of your card trick, you can put it away. And then you can reach and take another deck of cards. Or let's say you had something where you needed like multiple decks of cards for like a thing, like maybe you get them to name a suit first of all. Well, you get them to name a suit first of all, and each deck is set up with a different suit in there for some reason. You could show, I've got a deck of cards in here, and then we're going to get back to that in a minute. So now they name their suits. You reach in and you take out the correct deck of cards, and you show that there's nothing else in there, and there's just 1 deck. I mean, there's so many different options with it if people think through. I love this. I'm giving this 100%. We've got 2 of them, one for you, one for me. This is probably going to go into my show as well. I think this is wicked. What about you?
I'm going to give this 100% plus a billion shiny rocks and a tulip.
Wow, 100% billion shiny rocks and tulip.
This is one of the greatest things I've seen all month.
This is one of the greatest things you've seen all month.
Yeah, look at it, we're in March now. Blackpool was last month. So.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Because you had your flying mask last month.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And cheater chips and big blind and all level up and all that stuff.
Yeah.
What if I did like that?
That's a bad idea. Right, anyway, that's the second review. Let's move on to review number 3. Okay, so next up, we have a trick by one of your favourite magicians. Now, for those of you that don't know, Ryland is a massive, massive, massive fan of Viktor Voitko. who has created one of my favourite tricks that you do, the flying linking rings.
Flying rings, yeah.
I love the flying linking
Me
rings.
too.
But you do a lot of other stuff, like you do. What other stuff do you do from? I know you do a load of stuff. Well, you do the table with all of the oranges that appear on there.
Yeah.
You do that as well.
There's loads of stuff. I can't name all of them, but I do loads of stuff.
Yeah, you just had an electronic fire wallet from him as well.
Yeah, the electronic fire
cool.
wallet.
But you're going to be looking at today a brand new. We're looking today at a brand new Viktor Voitko trick. This is the mini ATM, which there's a ton. When I looked at this, I was like, this isn't something that I would do in the real world. And then I watched the live performances, and there's so many live performances, and I'm wrong. I would absolutely do this in the real world. This is so commercial. Basically what it is it fits into your inside jacket pocket. It fits into a trouser pocket. It's based on the Flick wallet system that came out a couple of years ago. You reach in and you bring out a little ATM, what looks like an ATM. And you put your credit card in. Your presentation is slightly different, but you put your credit card in, you type in your number, you talk about how much money you want, and then visibly the money appears. Now, you then take the money out and you just take the card out and you put it back in the wallet. Now, Ryland, because he doesn't have a credit card, he's actually done this with a playing card, a cut down playing card, and he chose not to have it reappear. You can have it. In the performance, you're going to see Ryland do this whole presentation where the 4 of diamonds basically turns into $400 and then vanishes. But you can have it where the 4 of diamonds gets put in and then you do this and the money appears behind the 4 of diamonds or behind a credit card. You supply your own credit card, so it's totally up to you. If you want to have it appear behind the credit card, you have to have two of the credit card, but if you don't, you don't have to. There's lots of different options, but should we look at a performance of you doing it? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's have a look at this.
Now, the thing is, I've been running out of shiny rocks on Gorilla Tag recently, which is a big problem because it means I can't buy any cosmetics. But what I decided to do is I decided to take my 4 of diamonds and I decided to stick it into my card. You see, I thought that this is a card and I'm a magician, so this could be my card. So I punched the amount I've got in, so 400, because it's the 4 of diamonds. And all I got to do is snap my fingers, blow, and just like that, I have $400 just to spend on shiny rocks. What?
So what do you think of that, right? I love it.
I love it more.
Do you?
Yeah. And you're supposed to use a credit card, but I don't have a credit card, so I use my 4 of diamonds.
Well, the 4 of diamonds works for you as a
But
credit
I don't
card.
have it anymore, though. It's gone now.
Why?
I've got to get another one.
Why?
It's fine now, cause it's fine. I got like, let me calculate. I got 110,000 shiny rocks.
Well, there you go. That's a lot of shiny rocks. It's a lot of shiny rocks.
Like infinite cosmetics with that.
So,
Also, do you know what's annoying? Because I had to do a factory reset the other day.
And you lost all your cosmetics.
I lost all my cosmetics.
I know, it's
literally
hilarious.
some of the rarest cosmetics.
So funny.
I had really good ones as well.
Well, you can get more. Right. Let me ask you a question, young man.
Yes.
You've been doing a lot of close-up recently, and your close-up set has really expanded. Would you do this? It doesn't. Yeah, Ryland made dollars appear.
I like dollars.
Ryland wants to be American, basically.
I
However,
got loads of dollars.
you can use any money. You can use English money. Whatever you want to make appear, you can. And I've actually played around with it. I reckon, you know what you can do? I reckon, if you wanted to, you know that trick I do, extreme burn, where the pieces of paper turn into...
Really.
Well, I've never taught it you, but basically, you show a load of pieces of paper,
Yeah.
and they turn into real money.
Whoa.
It's very cool. Have you never seen it? I'll show you. I do that in close-up all the time.
Really?
Cool. Yeah.
You want to watch it?
I'll show you. But you could actually make an extreme burn gimmick appear. So you could actually go into the ATM, make blank paper appear, show the blank paper and turn it into real money. There's lots of different options here. But what's cool about it is, when you make the money appear, it's not examinable, but it doesn't really need to be because the focus is on the money at that point. You put the ATM away and you're ready to go. There's not the angle issues are bad from behind. Yeah. So if you're going to be performing this walk around, make sure that you're holding it in front of you so that people behind can't see the behind the back view. You really want people in front of you. I think this would be great for like a big table. like a banquet style situation because it's very visual from the front. But yeah, I mean, if you want to make money appear, and let's be honest, at the end of the day, that's what everybody wants to be able to do. If you're a real magician, you would make money appear. That's what this does. You show an ATM, you put your credit card in, boom, you've made money appear. You show it to the audience.
Boom.
I like this. I think it's. I thought it was going to be like a cheap 10 type thing, and that I'd never do it. But I'm actually wrong. I'm very sorry, Viktor Voitko. I really love this.
How dare you be mean to Viktor?
I'm sorry. It's not flying rings level. It's not flying rings level. I'm not going to give it 100%. However, I do think it's good. I'm definitely going to do it. I'm going to give it 88%. What about you?
Yeah, I agree. But I'm going to give it higher.
Go on then. What are you giving it?
100.
100%.
Plus.
Is it better?
Million Sonics.
Is it better than flying rings?
No.
100 plus.
Still very good.
Still very good. Yeah, if you want it, you can get it from all the good magic dealers. I believe that...
what about you?
I'm not a magic
He's
dealer.
not a good magic dealer.
Monster Magic have it in stock. I know that for a fact because that's where we got it from. But anyway, that is the mini ATM.
We don't know if they have it in stock.
Well, they had it in stock. They sell it. They
sell
had it in
They
stock.
sell it. They sell it.
Alex tends to keep things back in stock, so when it goes out of stock, he gets it in again soon.
Well,
so.
he ran out of Atomic.
He got them back in again, though.
Really? Yeah. You still haven't got them.
Anyway, let's move on with the final review. So the final trick that we're going to be looking at today is by Magic Box. I know you love the guys at Magic Box. They sawed you in half once, if you remember.
Yeah, I remember.
Graham from Magic Box is a wonderful human being. And
Magic Box is good.
yeah, Magic Box is great. And this has...
I've still got my notepad.
I know. This...
From the South Tyneside.
Yeah. This came out at Blackpool, at the Blackpool Magic Convention. It was re-released by Magic Box. And all of these gimmicks are made to hand. This is called Card Morph. It's based on an invention by Rob Bromley. I believe it's Rob Bromley who... let me look at my notes.
Ooh, your table.
Rob Bromley, yes. It's based on an invention... Is the table falling apart? It's based... There you go, that's better. It's based on an invention by Rob Bromley.
I like this.
And... So do I.
It's a good table.
And
Apart
this...
from when I accidentally burnt it.
Let's not even talk about that. That's going to annoy me. Let's not talk about that.
Somewhere else.
If you don't know what
was
Card
preparing
Morph
fire.
is... Will you shut up for a minute? If you
No,
don't
sir.
know what Card Morph is, let's have a look at a performance quickly
It's
of
quite
Ryland
good.
doing it. It's very
Here,
good.
my sister Theo.
Hi.
Theo, whenever you want to say stop. Stop. There. Yeah. Okay, have a look at the card. Don't let me see it. Okay.
Get it.
Now I'm going to cheat. We'll check that card and make sure that is your card, but at the bottom of the card right there is your card. Okay. So we're going to put your card into the middle of the deck. Okay, this one. It really is your card.
Yeah.
You got it? Okay, we're going to put it into the middle. Right there. Now, I don't know what your card is, but by the snack of my fingers, the card is now on the top of the deck.
I don't
Your
know.
card, the 6 of diamonds, right there.
No.
Your card. What's up?
It's
What
not,
happened?
it's not that card. It's not that card.
What card was it then?
It was the 8 of diamonds.
That's what I showed you, Theo, the 8 of diamonds.
What?
Okay, in essence, what you've just seen there is a completely self-working change of a card. Now, look, let's be honest. You could do this with sleight of hand if you wanted to. You could do an Erdnase change.
I was
You
just
could
about to
do-
say it, nice.
Yeah, you could do a shapeshifter. You could do a twirl change. You could do any of those sleight of hand
You
changes.
could just go like a real magician.
Yeah, you could do an impulse
you.
change. There's lots of different ways that you could actually achieve this same thing. However, this gimmicked card does look good. It's one gimmicked card. You throw it in the deck.
It's very visual.
If you can do a force of a card, then you can do this trick. In
The
fact,
thing is, like, I understand, like, it looks very good, but why create stuff like this when you can just, like, do like a snap change when it goes like it's just
can I tell you why?
why?
This is the reason. Because there's a lot of people that come into Magic and they're new.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe they don't want to learn much sleight of hand, which is nothing. Like Matt doesn't really want to learn sleight of hand. It's not
That's
really.
because he doesn't do much sleight of hand magic.
He doesn't. Yeah, but he's not into that, is he? He's into kind of more
he's
mentalism
like
and stuff.
mentalism.
Yeah, but
I understand.
but like, so for example, I'm not going to do this. You're not going to do this, but we've given it Thea.
Yeah.
She has
Will
been
do.
practicing the riffle force for ages, and she's got quite good at riffle force now. So she can
force
do.
an 8.
She can force an 8, and then she can take the top card and go, is this your card? And they go, no. And she goes, and it turns into an 8, and she looks amazing. And it doesn't take any skill, really, other than a riffle force. And it gives her confidence. She's learning, she's learning double lifts at the moment. She's learning card controls.
Yeah, in a couple of years, though, she's just going to completely forget this, isn't she?
She won't probably do this forever.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
But the point is...
It is good.
Yeah, when she learns how to do an age change or a shapeshifter or something like that, she probably won't do this. Or maybe she will, I don't know, because it looks very visual when you see those things coming down. It does look very visual.
Yeah, you do it slow.
Yeah.
It's just like, whoosh, gone.
Yeah, it looks really good, and you can do it and then put it away in your pocket or do it and throw it back in the deck, and it's a really visual moment. It gives people that maybe don't have as much experience a way of being able to do really cool magic that looks like it's difficult, but they can do it. Yeah. It makes things easily accessible. And sometimes people will go, well, I don't. And I've done this in the past. I'm the first person to admit that. I'm trying not to do it now. I've been the person in the past that sat here on this review show and go, this is a waste of time. Why would you do this? Why not just learn it? And you know what? I've kind of realised that...
now that Thea's got into magic.
Yeah. I kind of realised, you know what? There's different difficulty levels. There's different people at different... Are you, as a working pro, going to do this? Maybe. I bet there's somebody out there that does this, and I bet they get great reactions from it. And I bet there's people that go out to gigs and do this, and they kill with it. However, I'm not going to do this. I know that I could probably achieve the same sort of thing using sleight of hand. But there's a big market out there. It's a very well-made card.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Thea's over the moon with it. She's super happy with it. It's given her a reason to practice the riffle force. It's going to last a long time. It looks good. It's easy to do. If you want something like this, do it. It ticks a lot of boxes. Am I going to do it? No. That's why I'm giving it 79%. It's the highest mark I can give something if I'm not going to do it. I would absolutely... If you want to do what you just saw Ryland do, by all means. You looked at this gimmick and you were like, okay, I know what to do. Literally 10 seconds later, we shot the video. It doesn't need any... practice. You can literally take it out the packaging and do it straight away. It's great. If and it'll give you more confidence as you may be learning to do other stuff. So it's cool. It's great. It's just I'm not going to do it. You're not going to do it. If Thea was sitting here, I'm willing to bet she'd give this 100%.
Plus 1,000 Barbies.
Plus 1,000 Barbies. However, she's not here. This is our review show, so I'm going to give this 79%.
79. Yeah.
79%.
But it's pretty good.
It is.
I understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that Thea's getting into magic, I'm starting to understand it.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Making a lot of sense now. Why people do this?
Yeah. So
it's very helpful for beginners.
Yeah, it is. It's great. It's a great trick. But I bet you, like I say,
there's all the stuff that she did, all the stuff that Thea's learned at the moment. It's pretty beginner stuff.
But you learned this back in the day, but you just don't remember.
This. I just don't remember it. Yeah.
Because you were 3, 4 at the time.
4. Yeah.
I'm going to give this 79%. Ryland's giving it 79%. If you saw the performance and you like what you saw, buy it. It's a very well-made gimmick that's going to allow you to do a really cool colour change with no skill at all. All you need to be able to do is a riffle force or any sort of force, and you're good to go.
Yeah, that's another review show in the bag. That's another review show in the bag. That's another review show in the bag.
It is another review show in the bag. Thank you once again for joining us right here on Magic TV. Don't forget, you want to see more videos like this, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. I'll be back again very soon with another video. And Ryland will be back next Wednesday with another review show. Until then, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to join the Netrix. It's my online streaming platform for magicians. It's www.thenetrix.com.
Cookies!
See you again soon. I'm Craig.
I'm Ryland.
Take care. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.